Arriving to a boisterous welcome. No regrets, but sorry that he could not return with better news about trade deals, or report that he had dispelled the notion of a white genocide in South Africa. The media contingent and gathering crowd jostled with the police for access to the ambassador. Despite being declared persona non grata, Rasool says it's important to rebuild the relationship with the United States.
Our relationship with America over 50 years has not always been with the White House. It has sometimes been with Congress, and it has always been with the people of the United States of America. When the White House and Congress declared us as terrorists, it was the dock workers in San Francisco that refused to touch South African goods. When Congress did not want to have sanctions, it was the American people who did not eat our fruit and did not touch our goods. And so we have this relationship that we must reset and we must rebuild. And we must hope that President Cyril Ramaphosa will be able to pick up where we left off. But we cannot have a simplistic idea that while we say there must be an ambassador, that you must put a white ambassador for a white president in the United States.
Rasool's tenure as US ambassador ended abruptly following comments he made in a webinar that linked President Donald Trump to white supremacy. He says South Africa could not backtrack on its support for Palestine, nor turn its back on other partner countries in the name of diplomacy.
Amandla, we would have preferred to come here to say that we have won for you a goer, but we could not win it by withdrawing our case from the International Court of Justice against Israel, because as we stand here, the bombing has continued and the shooting has continued, and if South Africa was not in the ICJ, Israel would not be exposed and the Palestinians would have no hope. Yes. We would have preferred to come here and say that we have won for you trade deals, and that we have been able to secure for us trade deals. But we could not do so by allowing the US to choose who must be our friends and who must be our enemies.
He says diplomatic relations cannot mean sacrificing your country's values to appease a host nation.
The diplomacy of Ubuntu is not about forfeiting your interests and not having interests with another country, but it is about pursuing your interest but keeping your dignity. That's what the diplomacy of Ubuntu is about, and that's what I thought was the way forward in this very difficult and challenging situation of our relationship with the United States. We have tried to engage. We have been met with executive orders that cut our aid, cut PEPFAR, and now we sit with the idea that millions could be reinfected with HIV and AIDS. The research for the vaccine may not be one that could be completed. Those are the dangerous things that are happening, and why we must mend our relationship or sit out the next 4 years.
ANC alliance partners are adamant that the welcoming reception did not defy Ramaphosa's appeal that the situation between South Africa and the US not be inflamed.
We don't see that as defiance, because Ebrahim Rasool is one of us, he's a child of the soil. So he said what happened in America, we're not happy with the decision that they've taken. So based on that, we decided, let's welcome him back to say that we stand with you. What you've said is nothing wrong that you've said. You just said the real issue, what happened currently.
The sentiment has also been shared by some outside the tripartite alliance.
We are grateful for Ebrahim Rasool, and we are very proud of him, and that is why we are here to show we are united, and that, South Africa, we will not be bullied.
Rasool is expected to travel to Pretoria on Monday for discussions with his principals in government. Vanessa Puna, SABC News, Cape Town.